Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Oh, my computer just... Come on, computer. Yes, you can do it. And you have. Ah, we're good. It just stuttered a little bit there. First look, Neokyo. New tarmac landed just a few hours ago whilst I was sleeping. They released new roads at like 3 a.m. my time. Anyhow, not only is that new, and we're doing a quick route badge ride around Sleepless City this morning, this is part of the GPLama Cycling Club on Zwift. How about that? Lots to be excited about today. Lots and lots. And it's Friday. So, first look ride through. We have Zwift royalty, who has just joined, Mr. Scott Barger, who I happen to know Scotty the Squirrel is named after too. So good to see Scott in the ride here for the first GPLama Cycling Club ride. Oh, there's no audio. There should be. Turn it up, Nick. Turn it up. Can I get a confirmation in chat? Is there audio? I can see the meter moving. Working on Twitch. I retract my statement. Hey Nick, just adjust your torque wrench on you. You're making me nervous, mate. Cool. Alrighty. So, Neokyo, new roads. It's crazy chaos. That's all I can explain this as. If you have a look at the map here, I mean, look at this spaghetti jungle of craziness. It's always at night. I'll do a quick wrap-up video of what's new this month, because there's more than just new roads. There's a few extra features coming out this month, so I'll get to work on that later today. But right now, I thought I'd spin up my very first GPLama Cycling Club event. I'm part of the FutureWorks beta test. Don't expect miracles. My computer just crashed before going live. That's a me issue. Don't worry about that. Putting it on the table. Let's go. Get this done this morning. It was busy and awesome. Look, these big events on this is going to be just nuts. It's going to be so busy. I'm in the chat. So, PM, you wrote it this morning. Good. Rode the maps. Very glad they fixed the BTLE connection issues on Windows 10. Yes, I'm all Bluetooth this morning. Had the heart rate on. Kick a 5 for this ride. Might be back tonight, depending on the time. Keen to do some more. I mean, there's 8 new route badges plus one. I think there's a sneaky crit badge for this too. Cheers, Alexander. That's all behind us now. Last week's news, it's all gone. No victory, no celebrations there. It's just back to work. That's just a speed hump and a logo that I didn't need. But we are back. And we are... So, GPLama Cycling Club. It's a very exclusive club. I think I have about 4 or 5 members at the moment. I just set it up this morning. I got the invite. Again, it's still FutureWorks, still limited release, etc. So, this is all part of that testing. Appears either my ride-ons aren't working or my ride-on counter's not working, but that's okay. Shimano power meter, like who would have thought? So, if you want to know what it costs to make YouTube videos, that video cost me about $6,500, if not a little more. I had to agree to buy the new Shimano group set TCR in February. That's when it's coming in. From the guy at the bike store, he said, if this power meter, because I said the power meter is not in the box. The power meter is not in the box. There's no way. He goes, what do I? What's the bet then? I said, well, I'll buy the new bike off you if there is. He pulls the new power meter out of the box. Looks like I'm up for a new giant TCR in a couple of months. Cost of doing business. But let's see how we go with Shimano. Okay, rock and roll. Here we go. Roll out. First event around Neokyo. Let's have a look at this. This is around 10 kilometers. We should have the count bar pop up in a minute. I didn't assign myself the ride leader. I believe that sticks a chevron above your head. Let's not discuss that anymore. Just kidding. I just didn't want the thing ripping around my head. Oh, straight into the arcade. No messing about. Let's go full screen on this. And how many? There is a ton of Scotty the Squirrel references here in the arcade. I'm not sure. Should we let Scott into the GPLama club? It's an exclusive club. Does he know the handshake? Is he qualified? I mean, does a man who has the number plate Zwift qualify to be in the GPLama club? Oh, there's a bit of Dance Dance Revolution going on. This feels like Vegas. I can almost smell the carpet. Oh, that's a new add-on to Zwift. Okay. Alrighty. What do we got next? Okay, first impressions here. It is busy. It is busy. There is lots going on. Okay, the lead-in has been complete. So I'm a kid in a candy store at the moment trying to look for little Easter eggs and what's coming up. There's a bit of a hill over there. So 8 new routes plus 1. This is just one of them. We'll be back later, hopefully today or tonight my time, for another route badge. Maybe one of the longer ones. I might put the steering device on the front of the bike too for that. But for now, I'm just all eyes on what's going on here. New Pack Dynamics 3.0 enabled across all worlds. Quite a few other updates out today. Just a few smaller things that I'll cover off in another video later this morning. Frame rates, no idea. I don't have that on the screen. Not looking too bad now. Not a lot on the screen, to be honest, to really stress the 2060 that I have in this machine. Big events are where it's at to test those. But we have 6 participants in the very first GPLama Cycling Club ride on Zwift. I called it a while back, being able to send out a URL to create your own event and send out a URL for anybody to join will be the game changer on Zwift. And that has worked flawlessly the first time. So I spun up this event this morning, once accepted the invite to the beta, and put the URL on Twitter and over on Facebook. People have joined. And it's working. I'm stoked. This is good. It's going to be extremely difficult to know which way's north. On Watopia, if you turn left or right, Richmond same left or right, it's pretty easy to know how to get to somewhere. This is going to be very confusing. This is a real snaky wormhole of a course. You can see there's hardly any straights. No voiceover, Scotty. We're going live. Nobody on the Tron? I think everyone's tired of the Tron, aren't they? It's good to have a few people to roll around in. No flyers. Don't have to put the fence on just yet. Ohio. Now, where does my text pop up on screen? That was interesting. I didn't see my own message pop up. If I had assigned myself the ride leader, I'd expect my text to come up in the middle of the screen. I'm not sure where it ends up though, given that I own the event, but haven't assigned myself the ride leader. So if you're wondering why it's dark, it's always going to be dark. The mini-map is nuts. Have a look at what's coming up here. Cars on course. I'm not sure if it's coming through on the stream or not, but the road is shiny. It has a reflective property to it. I can't recall seeing that anywhere else. Very shiny. Okay, added some gardens, sprint point. So straight into the arcade. If you want to check out the arcade, this route takes you straight into the arcade. See the mini map just above here with all the squiggles. That's going to be chaos in a big bunch. Ben, there is 8 new routes plus 1. And the plus 1's a criterium course. Must be an event-only route, I think. Yeah, strange one about the companion app doesn't think I'm online. I'm getting 0 ride-ons, which I'm okay with. It stopped the bling bling bling. No, you might be able to late join if you jump over on Twitter, GPLama on Twitter, and have a look at the URL I tweeted out just before. You may be able to pull up and late join with that. We have 8 riders now in, so yes, highly likely if you want to join in, feel free to. Late join, and I'm guessing here, should be enabled through till 30 minutes into the event, I think. But we'll be well done before 30 minutes. But if you want to jump on, what is that? A giant boot or something I saw on the train line there? What am I looking at? Something on the train. Oof. Negative 2% to 2%. I felt that through the pedals just then. New York glass roads reflective. Aha, good point. It's a different kind of reflective. That's more translucent. Oh, we have a Tron. Chat, you've got your wish. Tron bikes. I get lost on New York. I'm going to be completely useless trying to find my way around this course. Hey Jim, welcome along. Why can't we freewheel or coast on Zwift? Good question. Zwift was originally designed, and still is. Hey doggy. The dog's dancing. It's designed as a training platform, not as a riding platform. So I think what the goal originally was is, you know, if you're on the bike indoors, you want to be pedaling. So there wasn't a lot of focus put on drafting and coasting like you can outdoors. But another reason why you can't freewheel or coast on Zwift is because they use 0 watts as a slight braking mechanism. There's no brakes on Zwift, no button combination, other than going to the pairing screen. So 0 watts or no power applies a slight amount of braking resistance. It allows people to position themselves in the bunch. If you want to sort of drop back a little bit, a lot faster. So what I would like is maybe events to switch that off and have better coasting. But that's the history with coasting on Zwift as I see it. But there is a massive, massive difference between indoor rides and races on Zwift and outdoor riding. If you were to show somebody a power file from a Zwift road race, it looks like a time trial outdoors. If you were to analyse that without knowing exactly what it was. Whereas a road race outdoors, the wattage discrepancies between riders can be massive. If someone sits in the bunch all day, positions themselves right in crosswinds and things. Pop a wheelie. Okay, so we do have some late joiners coming in. We have 9 in the bunch now. Good stuff. Tight little group. Thanks again, everyone, for coming along for the very first GPLama Cycling Club event on Zwift. I guess it is the season for Zwifting, so there might be a few more of these popping up lately. Or in the near future. Mixed in with my outdoor rides, the weather here is getting really, really nice outdoors. And there's just something about a 3-hour ride outdoors that is just brilliant. I said the other day, rarely do I go on Zwift and ride to a hilltop and sit there and have a coffee and think, this is a nice view, and then get back on my bike on Zwift and then ride down the hill. You simply get off the bike. Outdoors, Much different. Apple TV all the way, just for the bigger screen. Apple TV is a very cheap way to get up and running with Zwift. It's a few catches with the remote and the interface, but bang for buck. And if you're not too worried about all the complexities of graphics detail, then Apple TV works for many, many thousands of people. I'd say tens of thousands. This is so busy. I have no idea where I am. The map is just going to be looping. And we've only got 3.5 Ks to go for this ride. Awesome. Left or right, left or right. Where are we going? We're going left. So running everything across Bluetooth today. Windows 11 on this machine. Windows 11 Bluetooth. We have heart rate paired as well, Polar H10. Data's looking good, makes me happy. Pack Dynamics 3.0 is out everywhere. Whee! Including getting my wheel clipped. All courses, all roads, all worlds. I believe Pack Dynamics is in. There's a few refinements in today's update too. Not a lot of details given in the changelog for today's update, but I think there's a few. Hey, we have Rise of Japan. Few improvements to Pack Dynamics 3 in today's update. And the U-turn bug has been fixed. Can I get a yay? Off. I'm getting dropped. There's a lot to take in here. I think all up there is 13 miles of roads, and I'm not sure if that's both directions. What's that, around 21, 22 Ks of road? Of the 8 new routes, plus one. Oh, I'm getting dropped. A number of the routes go back into the old Mercury Island as well. Or Yamazi, or I'm not sure which label they put on which. Oh, this is pretty. There we go. So the route badges aren't just limited to, see the road? Hopefully that's coming through. It's nice, and I feel like I'm going to slip off the bike. The roads and routes aren't just limited to just this new tarmac. Some of the longer flat ones go back into the original routes. I'm keen to see the transition though, so I might, once we finish this badge ride, try to find where the world's transition, sorry, it's the one world, you know what I'm saying, to the old existing roads. So once I finish this, given it's only taken us 14 minutes, I'll try and manually navigate to the transition. That'll be a good test of how windy these roads are and how well we can navigate. Six road intersection, yeah, good luck with the arrows on that. Here's the trucks. Now these have some kind of name. D, they start with D. Somebody in chat's probably going to be more across this than I am. Hey, get your dance on, bro. Transition in tunnel, yeah, we'll go have a look. I've seen a ride through. There was a lot of media release stuff on this a month or so ago, so we've seen a little bit of this. We just passed Rise of Japan's house. Now my chat's not appearing to me. I wonder if anyone else is seeing the chat. $1K to go. I'm putting my camera ready for the screenshot. Any further thoughts on Shimano's power meter? No, it's down to Shimano to review the data for that. I was surprised there was one available. We were told early 2022, February I think, for those power meters. So I didn't believe the guy at the shop, he actually had one. So yeah, early access. It's up to Shimano. We'll see. I'll see if I can get a hold of one that I can really ride very, very hard. As I mentioned in my video, I had to be very careful. I didn't even take the protective plastic off that. It wasn't my crankset. Giant claw. Look out. I don't have the beacon because I chose not to be the ride leader. I just chose to spin up an event here today in the GPLama cycling. Oh, someone's going for the sprint. Corley's going for the sprint. It's going to drop everyone. 400 meters. Okay, here's our rollout there to the left. That's where we started. And now I'll try and navigate using the map to the transition. Now, when we break out of this event, the event should finish. I'm not sure if I had results put up on the screen or not. I spun this up last minute. I got the invite to be part, to be part of the FutureWorks clubs. So bear with me as we hold the first event and figure it all out. Here we go, crossing the line. Forward truck. I'll be back to the arcade. Cool, cool. And that'll be the finish line at the arcade entry. That's a neat little way to do it. And done. We have results up. Cool, cool. Oh, screen grab. Quick, Llama, quick. Sleepless City, one down. Alrighty. I would like to thank everybody for coming along. I'll stick around and try and find that transition in a minute. But everybody who participated here, Scott Parger, one of the founders of Zwift, who Scotty the Squirrel is named after, joined us for the ride today. Rise to Japan. A few other familiar names there. Excellent. And stay here, stay here. It worked. Oh, I can't accept my typing. Crew, thanks crew. Okay, my chat's still not coming up on my own screen. Here we go, now we're back into the real world. We can give some ride-ons. And instantly the social aspect of this ride here changes from the small group ride into open world. And now there's people's wheels I can jump onto. All good, BVA. Well, you're all good, mate. Thank you, everybody, for joining along. I will now be looking for... Okay, it's behind... It's behind me and to the left. Okay, cool. Let's spin this. Wait for it. Wait for it. U-turn bugs fixed. I'm going to try to navigate to phone. You can see where I'm heading there. Top left. So back to where we came from, I think. And then I want to check out that right there to see what that looks like, because that's also new tarmac. Is that a small climb? Is that, let's go have a look whilst I call it. When I first saw this, I thought, I don't want to ride through a Vegas casino, but it's not bad. It's something different. Get your dance on. In accompaniment to this, I'd still like to see some roads on Lartopia for the traditional cyclists in us all. Put some big dirt roads and some climbs. There's Zwift stations here too. There they are, with a Tron bike. How many levels of metaverse can there be? I see. TV arcade reference. Jesus. Okay, there was no turn there because that was the start pens. So the only way to go there was left. Here's where things get interesting. We're not going to go down the road with cars, I'm sure. So we'll go right. Oh, the map's above my head. I should look. Surely there's Easter eggs everywhere with all these logos and company names and things like that. Surely they've done... Oh, there's somebody making food. Somebody a lot more observant than me will find them all, I'm sure. Okay, so we get up here and to the right. See, everything's changed. Now there's a lot more riders on. And doesn't the Tron bike actually suits this course? I like it. That works. Whee! Get a sideways action. There are a lot of people testing out this new course. We can drop some ride-ons. Now we'll swing around the corner. We should be able to turn right. Exit goes through a tunnel. Okay, so out to the rice paddies. That is taking us in the correct direction. Where we want to go. I loved Vegas. I like Vegas because I don't bet and I don't drink. Oh, my ride-ons are coming back. Okay, so when I was in my event, I was effectively hidden. That's interesting. Vegas was fun because I don't bet, don't drink, so I got to skim across the surface of Vegas and take advantage of their all-you-can-eat buffets after we had the CVR weigh in. John, GP Llama Club's quite exclusive. It only started today, first event. You don't need to be a member to do the events. However, if you are a member of the GP Lama Cycling Club on Zwift, which is only FutureWorks testing / beta at the moment, you can only be a member of one club. It's limited to 50. I think they can bump that to 100. So I'll slowly be rolling that out. But never mind, I won't be doing club-only rides yet. Any events that I spin up like this, I'll make public. So I'll tweet them out or Insta them out or something. Is that a new cha-ching cash sound for the drops? Roundabout, where you can only go one way. It's the... we're on the left-hand side of the road too. That's why it feels normal to me. Okay. And through the tunnel here. So here's the transition back to the other roads. And that's what we're about to ride now. And will it take me to daytime? Here we go. Into the tunnel. And changes camera angle so we can't see the tunnel. Button clicks across the border as well. Yeah, I see that. Transition tunnel. And some of the route badge rides will take in this tunnel to combine the two worlds or the two maps. Well, it's just the one world. The next question, I guess, will be, given they're spending a lot of time expanding this world, will this be the next Watopia, which is always available to select? The last thing they want to do is rotate this one out. Here we go, we're back to daytime. So that's the tunnel. There, whoa. Taller than I thought. And am I off the map? Am I off the map? Oi. What's going on here? I'll do a U-turn and make sure that's... I don't think the graphics line up there. It doesn't. We're bug hunting here on the very first ride through. And back on the dirt. So it drops now bitcoins or something, are they? I'm getting the... Hey, Doo-Doo, welcome along. Farmland. Okay, I'm going to do a U-turn and go back through the tunnel and then we'll call it a day. Get us up to about half an hour for the ride. This was always there. I remember this corner. Right-ons, everybody. Do a U-turn once I'm up the road a little bit. Look, it depends on where you are in the world for what's the cheapest trainer. Some manufacturers... There we go. Neo Tower is the name. That way. Some manufacturers will supply a lot of trainers in certain markets and not a lot in others, and then the price will be a little different. But your cheapest and good, you can choose either two. Oh, sorry, one of the two. Cheapest is not usually that great. You've got a choice. Hey, Go Zwift is in the house. Hey, Go Zwift, I'm dizzy. I'm dizzy. Do you have some anti-nausea pills for me? I got lost. It's good. I like the shine on the road. I think what we need, Go Zwift, is whilst we're here, can I submit a request? And which way is north navigation in-game. On the app, we have it. So on the phone, we have a little which way is north, but in-game, we don't have it. So when you're riding along and you just can't get your bearings straight. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's never been there anyway in the past, but if you want to know you need to head left or head south or east or west, that's a little easier, especially with all these roads just twisting and turning. Other than that, my chat isn't showing up for me. Let's tunnel. But it is showing up in-game, so it's just a display issue there. Do you want me to file any other bug reports? Oh yeah, okay, so it goes with while you're here. The map doesn't match up to the phone. That is an older version of iOS. That is an iPhone 6, I think, so I'm not sure. That might need a little adjustment. It looks like there's ants on the grass. Other than that, it's going to be a bit of fun. Clipped and shipped. The FutureWorks GPLama Club that I'm testing. And again, thank you for the invite for that. Perfect. It worked. It worked. First go. I put the link out on Twitter. I have a few members of the club. It's going to be a very exclusive club, but you don't need to be a member to join the events I'm spinning up. People have clicked on the link either on Facebook and Twitter. It has worked. That's going to be a game changer. Absolute game changer. As soon as these things expand a little further to do races and race results, even though you saw mine before, I actually had race results. I think official race results. For cycling clubs, and I've said this for years and years, that's going to be the game changer. My local club here, when COVID kicked in, you kind of have to hijack another event and identify your riders, and it just gets a bit messy. Allowing clubs to spin up, like a club administrator to spin up, say the Ballarat Cycling Club, invite members on, have members-only races, events. Game changer. Zwift, you can, I was going to say, sack your marketing department. Not for any bad reason. You won't need them. Tell them to take a holiday. Clubs and people running their own events will market Zwift for you. Like we did in the early days. Zwift wasn't advertised. I don't think Zwift had been advertised for the first 2 years. Shadow's good. So Zwift didn't advertise for the first 2 years. They didn't need to. We're all jumping on having an absolute blast, sharing out what it was all about and just hoping other people would have the same good experience as we did. Let's go back to the arcade. So with clubs coming along, game changer, without a doubt. So this was my own event this morning, GPLama Cycling Club. Keep an eye on my Twitter, my Instagram, and any live streams. I'll look at always having late join on, so if you're just watching a live stream and you want to jump into the event, bang, you can jump in. Huge difference, Ray, I agree. I agree. Put this in a time machine, take it back to March 18th, 2020. Huge, huge. But we have it now. And it's funny. I saw this update go out at 3 a.m. our time. And I keep an eye on the forums and are there any bugs, things reported, any issues? I almost set the stopwatch of how long does it take for someone to say they want something else. I think people are asking for new Watopia roads already. Like, we've got tons of new roads. Can I have something else? I'll add my hand to that. Can we have Kicker Direct Connect support too? I really would like to see that. But anyway, we have something new. Christmas has come early. There's a lot to keep us occupied. Oh, bus! Oh, I felt like GTA, just pulling out the gun and directing the bus driver in another direction. Could not find it. It's probably off now. If you... Hang on, let me have a look. Will the local groups appear in Zwift Power? I'm not linked in any way to Zwift Power. I don't have anything. My account isn't linked to Zwift Power, so I'm not sure that affects anything. I don't think they've got Zwift Power. It's just in-game stuff at the moment. Speaking of in-game, here's some games in-game. I'm sure people are going to have a lot of fun with camera angle 9 and 0 and getting behind these machines and seeing the crumbs on the floor and the detail they've put in. I'm sure we're going to be able to... stop riding. Can we jump ourselves in the... No, we can't. Stop gambling. It's 7 a.m. Get some sleep. It's one thing I noticed in Vegas. It's just 24/7. Here we go. Okay, so camera angle. I'm on a PC. Hey, go, bro. Get your dance on, bro. Here's some Zwifties. What are these guys? Insert coin. So there's a Zwift. Go. Oh. What else have we got? I'm sure there's some hidden... Scotty the Jogger instead of Frogger. Nice one. Multi-lane 4, is it? Disco lights and everything. Oh, good. What are we on? 15.7. Let's go through the 16Ks, half an hour. Thank you, everybody, for joining along. The very first GPLama Cycling Club live stream ride and event. And also my first look at Neokyo on the bike. There's 21 Ks of new roads, all up. I think the new routes would equate to probably maybe even 60 or 70 Ks of new route badges to grab. So I'll be on to those. This is number 1. Got a few to go. Goes with still hanging around. Dancing cat. I want to see a bunch of 200. I want to see the AHDR go through here with a thunderstorm. Actually, no, my ride-ons aren't working. They're my ride-ons given that's coming up. I've got 30 given. So the next option would be for steering. I'll throw the Elite Riser on later on and go for a bit of a steer through here. I'm sure that would be absolutely madness. Second road to my... Just looking at the map up here versus where I am, there must be a tunnel. Oh no, sorry, it's above my head. There's the road. So there is an elevated road there. They'll have a comm somewhere. I'm not sure we rode past the comm on this little route today. It's going to take a while to get our heads around what's what. 16K, 32 minutes. Excellent. Thanks everybody for joining along. Random live stream that I spun up. Typically I do these plus 12 hours from now, not in the morning. It's Friday morning here. I was actually heading out for a ride. But now that this update has dropped, I'm going to have to look through the changelog, see what's new. I did see on the iOS updates, though, that the fix log is massive. Now, I want to celebrate Max's 3rd birthday in 6 months, so I won't be covering all of the fixes. There's tons. But it does address the U-turn bug. There isn't a few updates to Pack Dynamics. There is the connection. If you have a connection that's failing or dropping out, both Wi-Fi and plus, I believe, also Bluetooth, you'll get a little notification on the screen. That is rolling out slowly. It's not across the board to everyone yet, I've been told. But again, they're just trying to help people out rather than just, it's just not working at all. Giving people some more information. No new UI yet, which we've been teased with in the media. But all is looking pretty good. And that's worked. Windows 11. Bluetooth to my trainers. Heart rate strap. No dropouts. I just need to put out more power. Again, thank you everybody for coming along. I'll be getting to work now on just the coverage of the November update, including all of what we've done just here. Hopefully heading out for a ride, and we might be back later tonight for more live streams because I've got to get those route badges ticked off. Anything to not do the longer route badges. PRL full, can wait for another day. Thanks everyone, we'll see you soon.